all games will eventually come back to Steam. They can have their little 2-year run at the Epic Games Store or on their own platform, but they eventually come back to Papa Gaben. And I think as probably another storefront, it's kind of unfortunate if you were trying to get a foothold in the game client market, or in general expanding your service and bringing more people in. Most recently, Diablo 4 lasted 5 months on Activision's client before coming to Steam. And last week, I believe, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 were also released on Steam after being on Epic Games Store for, I think, 2 years. Sifu came to Steam earlier this year, and last year, I believe, or the year before that, all of the Call of Duties that were on Activision were also coming to Steam, or came to Steam, I should say. Unpopular mention, also The Division 2 came to Steam earlier this year after being on Ubisoft only. And speaking of Ubisoft, it actually makes me wonder if XDefiant is going to be on Steam. I think that would be in Ubisoft's best interest, as it would save them from a lot of trouble down the road. Because I'm sure I and a lot of other PC gamers like having their games in one spot. And that is to the benefit of Steam for being the first in and, I guess, well dressed at this point. It has become sort of the central hub of PC gaming. But the question is, why is it that Steam is like that for a lot of people? I already mentioned that I like to have my games in one place, and I'm sure a lot of others do, but it doesn't have to be Steam if all of these other companies are successful in getting publishers to sign with them, right? Perhaps it is also something to do with the indie developers who don't really have the kind of pull to sign with Epic Games. It's probably easier to submit your project on Steam and have it get more recognition using the popular up and coming rather than Ubisoft and hope for the best. So we know that Steam does have the largest selection of game. They also have a decent selection of mods in their workshop, but they're not really the top competitors there, and it is already in their engine. For Nexus mods, you have to download the Nexus mods client. It's called Vortex now, and you have to run the game through Vortex, yet another application where you launch your games. Whereas Steam, it's just you launch it from Steam. Looking into the future, I hope there is an extremely popular universal client or something like that where you can launch all your games. There wouldn't have to be a mess such as I want all of my games in the same place. Thankfully, right now, I just did a Google search to see if there was a universal client, and this thing called PlayNite came up. So I'm going to download that and see what it's all about. Apparently, it links all of your services like Steam, your GOG, your Origin, and it says here you can even access games that are not installed. It's got emulation support. It's got like themes you can decorate the app with. I'm surprised I haven't heard about this sooner. There's add-ons that you can add. It seems like just the stock ones, like the most popular services, aren't the only ones you can use. There's itch.io, there's Humble Keys Library. Like, this is just amazing. Xbox Cloud Importer. Wow. So perhaps at some point you can get your Game Pass games on here too. That's amazing. I think I will be using PlayNite for a while. Hopefully it's as well as it seems here. It's completely free, so if you guys want to check out PlayNite, I suggest you do if you're looking for a place where you have all of your games. Link in the description. It's playnite.link. Not too hard to remember, not too hard to type in. So after ending the video, I did a little bit more research and I came across GOG or GOG Galaxy, which is another universal launcher. I think the main draw of GOG Galaxy is that you can see your friends list and leaderboard with activity. So basically the community tab of Steam by default. And on PlayNite, there is add-ins that cover everything except for the friends list. Generally, both are good, and I'm glad to see that there is a universal app for all my PC games. But that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next